Well, hello there, friends. It is so good to be able to see y'all here. And thanks so much for coming and showing up. Feel free to leave a comment and let me know where you are watching from. It is absolutely fantastic to see you guys and be able to spend the evening with you. Some pretty cool stuff going on. I mentioned in the email that the goal of what we are trying to do, let me turn this up just a little bit. Hopefully that sounds a little bit better for you guys. The goal of what we're trying to do tonight, or what I told people, was this beauty, the Matt Fawcett single release calendar 2023. This calendar has been basically what's allowed us to release all these crazy songs this year. So we're going to go through and just play a lot of the songs that came off of here and have a pretty cool announcement about this whole year. Super excited for it. And there's lots more coming, but the very first song that we came out with this past year was Run. It was a song that I wrote specifically based off of a conversation that I had with my older sister about how we have the opportunity to run towards people's disasters, and just for the say opportunity too many times, but we can run towards people's disasters, not because we are guaranteed some sort of a success, but because we have the ability and the obligation to do so no matter what the outcome is. So super excited. This song was, again, the very first one that came out in the year 2023. January 1st was when all of our amazing calendar holders were able to start listening to that song. Everybody else actually got that song. Let me tune up real quick. There we go. So everybody else got that song actually on the release day was the 6th. So the cool thing about this calendar was basically you have the day that anybody was allowed to go who had the calendar, where the red box was. You were able to actually go and scan, and then you could actually listen to the song on the day that the red box was. So anybody who had a calendar could scan this on the very first of the month and hear the song that was released that month. And then for everybody else, it released later on in the calendar where it said release day. We also have associate producers, like Jay Mather was a huge supporter this specific month of January. So any song that came out, or the song that came out, he was the associate producer of, and that got his name up in big letters down here as the associate producer of the month of January. The other cool part about that too is any video that I released in January on my YouTube channel had his name at the end as being the associate producer. So this, my friends, is the song Run. This world is filled with sorrow. This world is full of pain. Looking around, I'm certain that something's gotta change. What am I to do? And what am I to say? I'm no savior, I'm no surgeon. And let it stay this way. So I'll run to disaster. I'll sprint towards the pain. I'll give all that I am for the chance that I could change. So will you run to disaster? Will you sprint towards the pain? Give all that you are for the chance that you will change. So I'll run to disaster. I'll spring towards the pain. I'll give all that I am for the chance that I will change. Oh, I know that we will all change. Yeah, absolutely love that song. It looks like we got some comments here. Awesome. Deborah, Matt, long time no see, but I have been keeping track. You are amazing, always with love and blessings, your friend Deborah. Thank you so much, friend. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Looks like we got Nancy here. Hello, friend. Hello. Good to see you. So glad that you guys are here tonight. Let me move this down just a little bit. There we go. See, Deborah Saddleson, Heart and Prayer Hands, I think. Yeah, that's what it is. I got new contacts the other day, and they're still acting weird. Thank you so much for being here. Tina Marie, beautiful. Thank you. Thank you so much. And see Nancy Run, love it. Thank you so much, friend. Yep, so that was Run. That was the January song. And associate producer for that one was my good buddy and fan, Jay Mather. You've probably seen some of his comments in the Facebook group. Awesome guy and a huge supporter of my music. So super pumped because we'll just roll right along. I'm trying to remember. Yeah. So that came out January 6th. Again, everybody who had a calendar got to hear it on January 1st. So then we rolled into the month of February. And this song called Your Kids Are Home was specifically written about actually the sister that I had the conversation with that produced Run. This was the story about her kids and her and her husband's first two kids that actually were we lost before we got a chance to meet them. Were through miscarriages, and when they went to go say goodbye to my brother-in-law, his grandmother, she was kind of a sedated state and was just kind of sleeping, really cognizant a whole lot. And then towards the end of her life, right before she passed away, she woke up and said she was starting to see people who'd passed on before, naming them by name. And she said, there's two little ones here that I don't know their names. And she looked at my sister and said, but I bet they're yours, and I'll watch over them until you get back home. So this song came out. I wanted it to come out in February because that was when my brother-in-law's grandmother had graduated into heaven. And right when Your Kids Are Home happened was right around the month of, I don't remember if she passed away in February, but her birth month was in February. So this is Your Kids Are Home. Standing around with family and friends, knowing soon a time would end. 80 years had finally come down to this. She had been asleep for quite a while. Moments later she began to smile as she started naming off heaven's residents. Then a pause, as two she could see little babes No one on earth had a chance to meet. I don't know their names, but they're yours. Hold them close at heaven's door. They'll be here waiting for you till you come home. But don't you worry, they're all right. Jesus loves them and so do I. As we say goodbye on earth and heaven, I'll say hello. Your kids are home. We couldn't believe she had seen. Barely told a soul there were two. They didn't have a chance to meet. And as she left, we said goodbye. She gave us hope and a glimpse of the other side. Then a pause as two she could see. Little babes, no one on earth had a chance to meet. I don't know the names, but they're yours. We're close at heaven's door. They'll be here waiting for you till you come home. Don't you worry, they're alright. Jesus loves them and so do I. As we say goodbye on earth and heaven, I'll say hello. Kids are home. Kids are home. No, it doesn't bring them back or take away the pain. I'm broken, but I'm confident I'm gonna see him again someday. I don't know their names, but they're yours. Hold them close at heaven's door. They'll be here waiting for you till you come home. But don't you worry, they're alright. Jesus loves them and so do I. As we say goodbye on earth and heaven, I'll say hello. Your kids are home. So that was Your Kids Are Home. Again, that was another big one that I was super, super proud to actually put out there for everybody. Not just because of having written the song, but really just to be able to give people the opportunity to be able to share their stories. And probably one of the coolest experiences that I had in releasing that song was actually sitting down with friends Jen and Brandon, who were actually just here at our house. We were hanging out tonight. And then my good friends Zach and Kayla, and giving them an opportunity to share their stories through losing children through miscarriages, which again is just heartbreaking in and of itself. And yet at the same time, it allows for the opportunity to have those conversations so that other people can feel like they're not alone and know that they're not the only people who've walked through that before. So super, super proud of my friends and for the grace that they've had with me to be able to really share their life story with other people. And so just really, really proud of them, and thankful to again share their stories, not just with me, with you guys as well too. So I'm super pumped that song is out there. I know that there's been a lot of people who have told me that specific song really meant the world to them. And so super excited for that one to be out. So that was February. So we had Run, and then we had Your Kids Are Home. And then after that one, let's see, the next guy that we had come up here, One Foot in the Grave. Now, the ironic part about this one is the fact that a lot of the storyline behind One Foot in the Grave really was built off of kind of a pet peeve of mine. And I'll tell you about that in just a second. We're going to grab some of these comments here real quick. because you guys are so awesome at coming and hanging out with me live. I don't want to miss anybody. It looks like Ernestine Hill. Hey, Matt. Hey, friend. So good to see you. Thanks for being here. Deborah, I remember that very well. You did a very beautiful song to honor. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. See, Deborah Sweeney Covey. Bet I missed this. Sorry. No, you didn't. You're here. You're live. You're with all the rest of us. And Nancy, I had two little pregnancies. I'm so sorry, friend. That is so difficult a time to walk through. But I'm so thankful that you're willing to share that with people. My heart goes out to you, and I just appreciate your willingness to share something painful that happened in your life that can give other people hope and also community. So oftentimes we feel like maybe the worst part of things that we've gone through just kind of taint our lives somehow. And I will say that some of the most beautiful people that I've ever had the chance to interact with and meet came because of really hard situations. So thank you so much for being here tonight, Nancy. Super glad to have you, for sure. So One Foot in the Grave, this song specifically came out. I had somewhat written it. This was one of those, like, I wrote it and I wasn't entirely sure where I was going to use it or why, or like, because honestly, like, it kind of comes from the whole idea of basically the church at large should be living and doing ministry in such a way to where we are living with one foot in the grave, trying to do everything that we possibly can to save every soul. And it doesn't mean that we will save every soul. So don't hear me wrong on that. What it does mean is I believe that we should be positioning ourselves so that we are at the gates of hell, trying to do everything we can to save every soul with every opportunity that we've been given. So the reason why I wrote it was specifically because, unfortunately, I've seen a lot of us, and us meaning like the church in general, be more focused on numbers and things, and or saying that we're going out and we're serving the world, we're going to do all this stuff. And yet in reality, what we're doing, and the reason why the quote that's on there is stop building castles, live one foot in the grave, is we spent so much time building up this thing to where we've built a castle religion or a country club religion to where we care more about the needs of ourselves and our people than we do about the needs of a hurting, lost, and dying world around us. So that's the reason why I wrote One Foot in the Grave, was specifically because of that. This, of course, released on the very first of the month to everybody who had the calendar. All they had to do was scan the QR code, and they could listen to the song the 1st of March. For everybody else, it actually came out on March 10th. And this is One Foot in the Grave. Spent years of my life trying to change others' minds, realize the power of changing my own. Stop highlighting sin, start singing the hymns, wide in the circle, begin holding hands. 'Cause love is a person I need him the most. No greater sinner than the one who needs the most. I can't change the world by running away. Stop building castles, live a foot in the grave. Oh, 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 oh. Stop building castles, live one foot in the grave. Fear makes me cautious and faces to trust. I may not know the answers, but I know the one who does. Tomorrow is uncertain, but today was yesterday. You never learn to walk Fear gets in the way. 'Cause love is a person and I need him the most. There's no greater sinner than the one who needs a rose. I can't change the world by running away. Stop building castles, live and float in the grave. Whoa, 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 whoa. Stop building castles, live and float in the grave. There's hope in darkness, there's joy in the pain. Only truth can knock the shadows when they try to block the way. The path is without trials, no life will be unscathed. Where you're going will determine your final resting place. 'Cause love is a person and I need him the most. There's no greater sinner than the one who needs close. You can't change the world by running away. Stop building castles, live and float in the grave. Stop building castles, live and float in the. Awesome stuff. So that was 1 Foot in the Grave. And it's a fun song to play for sure. It definitely, subject matter is one that I still feel super passionately about. In fact, it cracks me up how many times people literally use phrases from this song when trying to prove the opposite to be true for some reason. And I keep telling my wife and I have conversations all the time, and one of them is constantly, how can we as the church be active in making sure that we're actually reaching for and striving towards people instead of always constantly trying to run away and trying to search for our own comfort. So that was March's song, 1 Foot in the Grave. And then, of course, Dollars Don't Make Sense, April. And the quote on this one was, the presents that we give are the moments that we live. And this song, honestly, I wrote specifically when I was spending a lot of time thinking specifically on how things financially were going for our family, and how I get told a lot, you're so brave for going out and for for taking that step of faith and leaving your full-time job and pursuing doing music full-time. And while that was definitely something at the time that I thought took a lot of bravery, what really takes a lot of bravery is walking by faith on a daily basis. So a lot of times we look at moments of faith that people have lived to where they made one decision at one specific time, and yet in reality, what happens is it's the walking by faith that is the most difficult thing to do, and also the biggest blessing. And I remember when the song came out, that financially our family was not doing the best, and just realizing that the words are still true, and it's much better to chase after the things that matter instead of worrying about chasing after the dollars, because if that's all that you have left at the end of this life, and you miss out on the blessings of truly living it and living it for a reason and a purpose, then the dollars really don't make much sense. Let's see here. Deborah, whoa, this is a sweet paragraph. Let's see if it actually shows all the way up. So I remember all these songs you did that year. I've been down in the valley for so long. I'm finally climbing up to the top of the mountain once again, and I hope to continue to stay there for a bit, because I surely need to continue to pray for me, and that that I get there. I would appreciate it, and can tell him climbing up the mountain again, because I'm watching you again. And it's been almost a year. I know God is good. Love you and yours, and your wife and children are beautiful. Thank you so much for that, Deborah. I am so thankful that you're here. It looks like some of the comment got cut off, so I'll have to jump over on Facebook and read the rest of it. But yes, thank you so much. And I'm super glad that you're a part of this tonight, and that you're literally one of the reasons why I make music and do this, is specifically to Well, like my good old shirt here on Kevin says, comfort the afflicted and confront the comfortable. We all have times where we need comfort because we're walking through something that we don't think we're going to make it through. And yet, when we make it on the other side, we need to make sure that comfort is not the only thing that we go after. That's where we need to be confronted and go and live in a way that we can be the comfort that other people need. So this is Dollars Don't Make Sense. Silver and gold have no answer to the question why. It's funny how all of our dreams take more money and time. I traded my life with ease to run down this dream. What I thought I'd left behind, still chasing after me. Turn your world around, tear it all down. Moments like the wind won't come back again. Don't give all you have and expect it all back. Dollars don't make sense when it's all you have left. I've never been so certain and so afraid. What I believe is true is testing every last bit of my faith. Hanging out on the edge, searching for the next step, praying somehow I grow wings to fly as I step out over the ledge. Turn the world around, tear it all down. Moments like the wind won't come back again. Don't give all you have and expect it all back. Dollars don't make sense, it's all you have left. Happiness has a price, the currency is time. The presents that we give are the moments that we What turns your world around, tear it all down. Moments like the wind won't come back again. Don't give all you have and expect it all back. 'Cause dollars don't make sense when it's all you have left. Dollars don't make sense when it's all you have left. I absolutely love that song. That is probably, again, I love all these songs. It's kind of hard to choose which one you do or don't like or whatever, but I will say this. That particular one is by far one of my absolute favorites, for sure. And it's one that I need to preach and sing to myself all the time. So, the Bear Fan 85. Hello, everyone. I hope you are having a blessed day. Hello, friend. Thanks so much for being here. It's good to see your smiling face. Deborah Sadelson, Sadelson? Fatal. So true. Thanks so much, Deborah. Thanks for being here. Nancy, yes, 100%. Woohoo! Deborah, Matt, don't understand it, anxiety and panic, but you keep moving forward with a smile. People think you're okay. Most don't really want you to hear it anyway, but at the end of a storm, there will always be a rainbow. Amen. Yes, Deborah, there always will be. And I get it, friend. It is really, really hard. Nancy, rainbow. Yes. It is really, really hard sometimes to walk through life. I will 100% admit that. And it is one that, quite frankly, yeah, I've been there, and I've been to some really dark places in the past year. Not because I wanted to go there, but because the Lord allowed for me to go there, so that I could, on some level, I think, be able to resonate with people a little bit more and have more compassion, and realize that there are times where we feel like, if this is the best that life has to offer, I don't know if I want it. I'm here to tell you that if you feel that way, please don't give up. We need you. We want you. God created you on purpose with a purpose. And he still has a plan for your life. As long as there is breath in your lungs, he still has you here for a reason. And please do not discredit yourself for that. Your purpose is not somebody else's purpose, and that's totally okay. Your purpose is unique and designed specifically the way that God created you to. So please keep fighting with everything you have to stay here. We need you for sure. And speaking of people who fight, this next song came out in May. A Memorial Day is in May, and that's why We Salute You came out. So anybody who had the calendar could listen to it May 1st, and then actually released on the 12th. And the quote on this one from the song is, "Fathers and mothers who gave all they had and never came home." I have a lot of friends and family who live in this world and actually serve in our United States military, and I am proud of every single one of them. I'm proud to live in America, the land of the free and the home of the brave, and I hope that we keep it that way. And I know that there are a lot of men and women who chose to live their lives in service to the people in this country that may never actually say thank you for it. And We Salute You is my small ounce of gratitude, though there should be so much more, to, as a blanket statement, say that we salute the men and women who serve our great country, because they gave all so that we could live in a free land and be able to do things like this, to be able to converse and have ideas, and not so everybody would necessarily agree, but so that we could live in a land where we are free to disagree and do it with discourse and be able to actually create unity from disunity. So this is We Salute You. Always the first to respond, all is not okay. Faced with life and death situations every single day. Call with no sick days, even the middle of the night. Holidays and weekends are only when there's a break in the fight. For all who serve, we salute you. We salute you. You are the brave that was sent to protect this free land. Brothers and sisters, united we all stand. A nation under God, out of many one. This country was born from sacrifice, continues on because all who serve, we salute you. heart's alive. I won't stop praying till I know that you're right. Kikachina, so do, proud of what you do. Fighting to protect our freedom with the deepest gratitude. All who serve, we salute you. We salute you. We salute you. We salute you. To the family and friends who gave up their love to fight on the front lines, one last kiss and a hug. To the boys without dads and the girls without moms, the fathers and mothers who gave all they had and never came home. For all who serve, we salute you. We salute you. We salute you. We salute you. You are the ray that was sent to protect this free land. Brothers and sisters, united we all stand. One nation under God, out of many you are. This country was born from sacrifice and continues on because all who serve, we salute you. 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 So, if you are a military veteran or someone who is actively serving or know a family or friend that is serving, please thank them on my behalf next time you get an opportunity to talk to them. Deborah, it will be his will. Amen. Yep. Let's see. Our other Deborah, Sweeney Covey, beautiful. Thank you so much, friend. My father, my brother, my son both served in the Marines, and my son was an MP in the service, and now he's been a police officer by the grace of God. They retire next year. We salute you, Matt. Prayer time. Thank you so much. Yes, Deborah. Thank you for your father, brother, and your son, and make sure you thank them on my behalf next time you see them as well. And kind of in conjunction with We Salute You, this is a song that came out the next month in June. And I gotta do a shout out to my good friend Janet Jaws, or Janet Stallings, Jabberjaws, for sponsoring the 2nd of June. I believe it's her birthday. And the song Safely in His Hands came out on the 1st for all the calendar holders. And then, of course, everybody else, it was on the 9th. Again, the calendars are super awesome because, one, you could actually look ahead and see what songs were coming. You had a countdown up until the day that if you had the calendar, when the song was going to come out for you, when you scan the QR code. And then gave you a little snippet of the song. This one was, I Can Rest and Still Believe I Am Safely in His Hands. This song came really from the idea of trying to think through, there's so many things that are uncertain in our life. And I found that sometimes the most beautiful thing is understanding and resting in the fact that um, I know and serve a sovereign God. And even when I don't necessarily feel it, I know that I am safe. When we used to work in camp ministry a long while back, I just remember I was deathly afraid of heights. I'm still not a super big fan of heights, but I had the opportunity to actually help change out the zip line. And I was up at the top of this like 40-foot tall telephone pole, undoing a bolt that was attached to the zip line itself, and I ended up actually getting smacked on the ear because had one arm around the telephone pole and I was pulling the bolt off, and I had a harness on, and the harness was strapped around the pole. And the second time I did it, so the first time it let loose or whatever, and the pole came and smacked me in the ear or whatever, and it did not feel good. And just remember my mentor at the time telling me, you just got to sit back in your harness. Your harness is going to hold on to you, but if you don't trust it, you're going to end up hurting yourself because you're trying to hold on to the pole out of your own strength when the harness is there so you can use both hands. And so the next pole that I had to take it off, I ended up sitting back in my harness and leaning back. And when that pole began to shake because my legs were up against it, it didn't hit me in the head, one, which was good. But two, it was more of a ride. It was more enjoyable. It was one of those things where I could see all the things that were happening and were going on, and I wasn't overtaken by fear. And so we have opportunities, all of us, to where we can get so inundated with all the fear and things and the uncertainty that come. And yet in reality, the best thing we can do is to rest safely in his hands. Jennifer looks like she popped in here. Hello, Matt. How are you? I'm doing really well. Thanks for being here. I'm afraid of heights, but ziplining is so fun. I agree. I am not super stoked on heights. In fact, the last family camp that my wife and kids and I all went to down in southern Indiana before our car caught on fire on the way back from that trip. But my two oldest kids wanted to go down the zip line, and they're old enough to do it. We waited for probably an hour in this line to be able to go down the zip line, and you walked upstairs, and then once you got to the top, that's when you saw how high everything was, or more so. And I was so proud of my kids because they went and they got clipped in up on the top, and then they couldn't do it, and they couldn't go any further. And since I was already harnessed in and up there, they said, well, why don't you go ahead and zip line down, and maybe when they see that you're going, that it's okay, that they'll join you. And I said, okay, that's fine. And if not, the guy who was up on top said, don't worry, like if they decide not to go, I'll take them down myself. Like, all right, that's cool. So I ended up ziplining without them. And I just remember the long walk going back up, and just remembering when I was a kid, I refused to do anything that was up that high because I just told myself, I'm scared of heights. I can't do it. And so when I got to him, I just remember telling him, like, I'm so, so proud of you for climbing up that high. Even if you didn't do the fun part, the zip line, I'm so proud that you were willing to do something that you were scared to death to do, for the opportunity to enjoy it. And hopefully next time when that opportunity comes, they'll take it. They're young, so I'm super proud that they're willing to face fears that I couldn't as a kid and didn't want to as a kid. So anyway, this is me tuning my guitar because I don't like it when things are out of tune. And then we will get to Safely in His Hands, which came out in the month of June 2023, which again is just wild to me that all these songs so far came out and are brand new since January. Crazy stuff. I've cried with the broken, I've cheered with the safe. Every time has a purpose, every moment can stay. Thank God for the good times, thank God for the bad. Who light at His side when we trust sovereign plans. Though today may be uncertain, though the night might be the end, I can rest and still believe I am safely in his hand. Learn how to lose, learn how to love. I can give all I have, help from above. I'm not who I was, but I'm more than I am. It takes time to grow, it takes time to plan. Though the day may be uncertain, though the night might be the end, I can rest and still believe I am safely in his hand. Danced in the rain, I walked on the shore, gazed at the stars, and still wanted more. I climbed up the mountain, stood in the valley below, content to just be, and thankful to know, though the day may be uncertain, though the night might be the end, I can rest, still believe I am safely in his hand. I cried with the broken, I cheered with the saved. Every time as a purpose, moment of stay. Thank God for the good times, thank God for the bad. Who am I to decide when to trust sovereign plans? Who am I to decide when to trust sovereign plans? Safely in his hands. Such a good one. And honestly, like I love that song. I love all these. This is so bad. Let's see. Love and blessings to you and yours, dear world. Thank you so much, Deborah. Yes. This is such a fantastic community. Jennifer, that's right. Great advice. And that was very brave of them. Yes, 100% agree. I'm really, really cognizant with my kids, or I try to be as much as I possibly can about how, because we encourage the behavior that we desire. And I don't want them to be scared. They were already scared. There's nothing that I need to do. And shaming them out of it would not have changed anything that happened that day. All I wanted them to get out of that was their dad was so proud of them for walking up there, whether they took the zip line or not. So proud of them. This song is beautiful. Thank you, Jennifer. I really appreciate that. You're awesome. Deborah, love this. I love you guys. Thanks for being here. This is, we do this every Sunday night at 7 p.m. Eastern time zone. I'm going to have an interesting time figuring out next week. I was talking with our friends, Jen and Brandon were over this afternoon, hanging out with them right up until this started. And I'm actually going to be in Hawaii next Sunday night. So when it's Sunday night there, it's going to be like the middle of the night here. So it's probably going to be like a morning show for me, or like an afternoon one. Cause I think when we had looked at it, it was like 6:45 here and it's 12:45 there. So I think around like 1 p.m. So I'm going to have to try to figure that out, cause I'm going to a conference mastermind conference that I have out there. That's been super helpful and helping me actually be better at serving you guys. So super excited for it. So we'll figure that out. But every Sunday night, 7 p.m. Eastern time zone, we get together. And this week, what we're doing is going through the 2023 single release calendar, because this has been what our entire year has been, is basically going through these songs. If you had the physical calendar, you had a couple of cool perks. had the ability to be able to scan a QR code on the day or of the month and actually go to the release of the song before anybody else did. So for All In July, I remember this actually released. We were out at a camp in not in Jamestown, New York. We were out at a camp, and this is where one of the places that I actually played the song multiple times. The kid absolutely loved it. And to be able to go back there, finish recording this song at the camp with my drummer friend that came out there with me last year. And then we actually played a show and then taught this to the church on Sunday morning. It was just really, really cool to be out there for that, and just super thankful that happened. So it released to you guys on the 1st, the calendar holders, and then came out for everybody else on the 7th. And this is All In. This is probably one of the only like official worship songs that I came out with. All my songs are written with with my belief system in the background. This one was originally written specifically for a men's retreat that was happening at our church, and the pastor that was in charge of the men's ministry had come to me and said, "Hey, I want you to play for our men's retreat." I'm like, "Yeah, I'd absolutely love to. What's the theme?" And he said, "Well, the theme for the entire year is All In." Like, great, yeah. And I had worked on a chorus a little bit, and I just told it to him, and this was literally like a week before the actual event. And the chorus was, "I'm going all in, stand firm and be counted, step by step, walk in faith, truth and love guide the way." And he's like, "I love it." I was like, "Okay, well, I thought it was kind of cheesy, but I'll see what I can do." And so within a couple of days, I actually wrote the rest of the song, and he's like, "Yeah, we got to do it." And so every men's retreat that I've done since then, I've done this song. And then actually for a lot of the camps and stuff, this is, again, when I'm doing worship music stuff, this song is, we end up singing this, and usually My God is Bigger. But so this song is called All In. Let's try it again. Take up your cross and follow me. Doesn't leave room for a plan B. Works alone won't save a man, but faith without works is dead. I'm going all in, stand firm and be counted. Step by step, walk in faith, truth and love, guide the way, they guide the way. Oh, they got the way, yeah. Faith takes more than just to agree. How we live proves what we believe. It's easy to say, it's harder to do, but right now this, I promise you, I'm going all in, stand firm and be counted. Step by step, walk in faith, truth and love, guide the way, they guide the way. Oh, they got the way, yeah. Life gets hard, live into the fight. Your joke is easy and burden light. God, your burden is light. Going all in, stand firm and be counted. Step by step, walk in faith, truth got the way. They got the way. Oh, they got the way. Yeah. Such a good song. And so much fun to play, actually. That is one that I love singing with other people. Again, every once in a while, there's a song that comes along that just seems like I could sing this forever. And that's definitely one of them, for sure. Let's see here. Cool. Enjoy it. I've been there 3 times. Oh, this is about Hawaii. Yeah. Awesome. Cool. I've never been there before, so I'm super, super excited to go and hang out. And honestly, I told my wife, like, she was supposed to come with me, but because of we have 3 pigs and they're supposed to go to market, as it were, to go get packaged on like the day we were supposed to return. And because she's been doing a fantastic job of being really meticulous about what they're eating, where they are, moving them around, that sort of thing, she's really, really nervous about leaving for an entire week right before we'd have to take them in. So she ended up deciding to go ahead and stay home. So I'm doing this trip on my own. But really, really excited about getting a chance to go out there. But the bad part is around Fort Wayne, northern Indiana area, it's getting down to like 40 degrees, sometimes into the 20s in the middle of the night. And the last time I took a trip to Texas when it was cold up here, I went to Texas for a week back in March, came back, and it was still cold, and I could not stand it. So I'm a little nervous because it is just starting to turn cold now. And now I'm going to go to Hawaii where it's going to be absolutely beautiful weather, and then come back to where it's just going to be freezing cold. And I didn't realize it bothered me that much, but apparently it does. Deborah, be careful. I went to Hawaii in 1988 for 8 days and I gained 11 pounds. Watch out for them, Luau. Love you and yours. Wow. Hopefully 8 days. I'm only going to be there for 7. So hopefully those 11 pounds were gained on the 8th day and not only 7. Jennifer, I love that song. Thank you so much. That was all in. Yes. This song really is awesome and I love it. Thank you, Jennifer. You are absolutely amazing, friend. Thank you for your awesome, kind words. Deborah, beautiful. Thank you. And William Brown, awesome. Thank you. Thank you, friend. Thanks for being here, William. It's good to see you. I really love doing this and love being able to spend time with you guys. I'm going to do one more because we still have an entire half the year. We only got through July, which is super, super crazy. That, again, all these songs came out. You can go and listen to them on Spotify, iTunes, Amazon Music, wherever you listen to your music stuff. You can go listen to these songs now. You can also go on YouTube. Some of them have full-fledged music videos. Some of them are just a single artwork. It all just depended on how much I was able to accomplish and get that stuff done. I will say this whole project I was super ambitious with. I've never done this many songs in a year unless it was for a full-length album, and usually that album took like a year and a half to write and then record and all that stuff. And so the fact that every single month there's a brand new song coming out, I will say, has been super, super good for me to push me as an artist to get more songs out to you guys, and has also been something that somewhat proved to myself that I can do it. And so that's the bar that's been set. So let's see, Jennifer, you're welcome. No problem. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. So if you are interested in helping with continuing doing the calendar year, we're going to do this again. So instead of this being the 2023 single calendar release, we're going to do another calendar. It's going to be for the year 2024. Like I had mentioned earlier on Run, there were some people who, like Jay Mather, who was labeled as an associate producer on the entire month of January. If you want to do that, that is going to be open as well this year. So you can be a day sponsor, which means that we'll put your name or a birthday or your anniversary or whatever date you want. I'll put your name on it. That'll be your day. It will be printed on the calendar, just like Jay's is. Down here. So if you want to sponsor a day, you can do that. If you want to sponsor a month and be an associate producer, you can do that. And then if you want to be an executive producer of the entire year, meaning that every single that was made and designed this year, you get credit for being an executive producer, and I can do that because this whole operation is me, myself, and I. If you're interested in doing that, there is a link listed below for the brand new 2024 calendar release. That last year I had like 2 weeks for pre-sale stuff, so you basically had to decide if you wanted to do it, and that was it. This year I'm going to open up sales for it starting now. This will go all the way until December 1st. December 1st is going to be the hard cutoff. If you want your name printed on the calendar as either being a day, a month, or a year sponsor, which you can do all three if you wanted to. You can sponsor multiple different things. If you have a business that you're a part of and you want to put the business as a sponsor as well, you can do that as well. Those are available now until the 1st of December. So you have the entire month of November to be able to decide getting your calendar, becoming a sponsor, that sort of thing. So if you're interested in that, there's a link listed below where you can actually go and buy your calendar. You can buy as many calendars as you want to. These are all pre-sales. So what will happen is all the way up until December 1st, we're going to be doing pre-sales. That tells me how many I need to, one, buy in the first run, but two, what that tells me is where I need to put people's names on different dates. As soon as December 1st hits, we're cutting it off. I am going to probably at that point in time already have everybody's name up till December 1st on the calendar, because December 1st, I'm hitting send on the email that's going to the print shop to print them off so they can get to me so I can print off the labels and ship them out to you. So if you're wanting in on that, click the link below. You can grab your single release calendar for the year 2024. We're going to be doing 12 more songs. There's a lot of really cool things that I learned from this year as far as being much, much better at trying to actually like serve you guys. So same sort of deal. What'll happen is you'll get the calendar. You can scan all the QR codes for the people who own the calendar. Your QR code for that month is not going to go live until the 1st of the month. When it goes live on the 1st of the month, you'll be able to listen to the song. You can download it. You can get all that sort of thing specifically for the song. And I think what we're going to do for merch next year is the song merch is going to be available specifically just for that month. So one of the things that I've been doing this year is that merch stuff has been available all year for this stuff. So we're just going to do a limited run of things, maybe a mug or a shirt or something like that, specifically for the release of the songs. That being said, everything from 2023, all that merch in its current state is going to go away at the end of this year. So if you've been looking at a Run t-shirt or your Kids Are Home candle or Dollars Don't Make Sense mug, travel mug or whatever, you'll want to pick those up before the end of the year, because as soon as the end of the year is gone, all the single release merch, again, in its current state, is going to go away. We may do some releases down the road to where maybe, if people want enough to, have, I don't know, like the We Salute You flag come back out for a limited run or whatever. We may do that. But I'm trying to do the best I can to clean things up a little bit more, get you the stuff that you want, but then also be able to not just hang on to things for forever. So again, single release calendar for 2024. Link is listed below. If you're interested in becoming a sponsor, you need to do the sponsorship before December 1st. If you don't want to do the sponsorship, that's totally fine. You can still pick up a calendar. I have it set up this year to where you can literally sponsor without picking up a calendar. I don't necessarily know why you'd want to do that, but I will sign the calendars before I ship them out as well. This one never got shipped, which is why I have it, but I usually signed them up here before I sent them out to people. So super excited. Going to be 12 more songs next year, and we're going to have a single release calendar 2023 record. So we got 2 more songs, one that is coming out for calendar holders of this year. That's coming out for you guys here on Wednesday. And that one is called I Could Be Wrong. And that one's actually a pretty fun one. That will be released then on the 10th of November. So the 10th of November, I Could Be Wrong is going to be coming out. And then we have one more song, which is going to be a Christmas song. And that one is going to be really, really fun. And actually, we're doing some recording stuff for it in Hawaii. So, and that one will actually be released, interestingly enough, in November, because I want you guys to be able to listen to it as a Christmas song as long as you want to. So that's kind of what's going on. I'm super, super pumped. If you have questions about that, let me know in the comments below. There are a couple of people. Could you do sing along, or is that not the proper date? I don't know, but that's a great song. I agree. It is a great song. I will do sing along as the last song for tonight, because we're exactly halfway through right now of the entire year. So we got through July. Sing along was actually a single that was released before we started doing the single releases. That specific song will be coming out on the Up and Out record that I'm still working on producing. We had a Kickstarter style campaign for that, had a lot of people help with trying to get that. We just didn't raise as much as we needed to get the album done. And so I'm having to do a lot more legwork on that to finish that one up. So those singles are out there, but they will be coming out on a full-fledged record here coming up as well. Let's see, John McFarland, I'm on board. Yes, awesome, cool, super glad to hear that. Can't wait to have you join. I saw you had a song called Slow Down, but I haven't heard it yet. Good eye. Yes, so there is a song called Slow Down. The part that you heard, that's all anybody's heard. So I don't know if that makes you feel good or bad about it, but that song actually came, a friend of mine was going through a difficult time, like a lot of us have. And she just was burning the candle at both ends. And I know for me personally, is the reason why I did that little snippet of it was because I came to my wit's end on some level with how much stuff I was doing and how tiresome it was getting for just working like crazy. And so the song that I wrote for her to help her cope with it, I don't know if this is foreshadowing or not, but I knew at some point in time I'd probably need to hear the same things. So I asked her at that point in time, what do you wish, like, what would be the most caring thing that somebody could say to you? Like, what do you wish somebody would say? And interestingly enough, those lyrics are what I wrote for her, and I needed to hear them. And so I had no idea that that was going to resonate so much with you guys. In fact, that's probably one that will be coming out. But it's not out yet. It's not on the 2023 single release. I wasn't actually even planning on putting it on the 2024. I had other songs that I'm working on for that specifically. So it may make its debut on the Up and Out record. But I was blown away by the response to that specific song, even that little snippet of it, that so many people love that song. So that one's going to be coming out for sure. But as of right now, that's the only section of it that anybody's heard. I did record a full-length video, actually right after I did that snippet, and put it on YouTube as an unlisted video, so nobody can see it yet. But that's one thing that I might actually make available on my Inner Circle community down the road. So you guys can see that before anybody else sees that stuff too. So I'm going to play Sing Along real quick because that was requested. And since we're halfway through the year, I don't want to play 7 songs and then next week, I have to play other ones. So let's see, Jennifer. No problem, Matt. Appreciate it. Oh, thank you, friend. And I honestly, I am excited about that song because, again, I was not aware at how many people resonated with those lyrics of just slow down, breathe in, breathe out. Yeah, and there's some other truths that are in that song. So I'm excited for it. Deborah, I'm so happy for your journey and hope and pray for the continuing of it. I was just love and blessings to you and yours. Thank you, Deborah. Thank you for being a part of the journey. Everybody that's here, you guys are a part of what's going on. I am so super thankful for you guys' continued support, for allowing me to be able to do this, for the way that you guys support, even like buying merch. And then also, I've had a lot of you who support me through buying custom songs, doing house shows, all that stuff. There's a lot more coming too that I'm super pumped about. You can always do custom songs or house shows anytime you want to. So feel free to let me know, because I want to keep serving you guys. Roy, thank you for sharing your journey with us. Thank you, friend. Honestly, like I genuinely am just so pumped and thankful that you guys are a part of this journey and have allowed me to basically interject myself into your life. I count that as an honor and a privilege, and I definitely do not take it lightly. So thank you so much. So if you do want to support me and continue to do that, you can grab your calendar, become a sponsor. That helps me continue to keep producing and making music, as well as anything that you guys buy in the merch shop. One, it allows you to be able to get cool threads of like shirts and stuff. This is probably one of my favorite shirts, by the way. And I wear that hat all the time. So feel free to grab that. It also allows you the ability to be able to tell other people about the music as well too, because that does so much for me personally, and for other people. I've had tons of you reach out to me and tell me really impactful stories about how the music has reached you at a time where you desperately needed it. And again, that's not something that I take lightly. It's something that I genuinely am just super thankful to be a part of. Um, and I really do, um, yeah, just I'm just so proud of the fact that something that, again, my wife and I were somewhat crazy, but at the same time, like I'm so thankful for her and her willingness to um, really just believe that God's best for our lives is not necessarily going to be just a white picket fence, 2.5 kids, and a massive 401k. Our best life that we can live is one in service to God and what He's done. And I mean, it's just so. This is what a comment that I got the other day, specifically about the song "Secret." And somebody just messaged and said, "This song was absolutely beautiful and it brought a smile to my face. I thank you for that. I love music. It speaks to me. And so far it speaks to me so much that I thank you. I loved it. And the smile was big. And I'm just, again, incredibly thankful for how much you guys are supporting me. Your messages, I take them to heart. I love being able to read them. So thank you for sharing them with me. Um, Nancy, thank you, friend. Deborah, as it should be, yes. And my wife truly is the hero um, of our family, and I mean that with all my heart. I would have probably well, nobody knows this except my wife. I probably would have quit earlier this year doing this if it wasn't for her, and not quit entirely. But we were financially at a point where I didn't think that we were going to be able to make it. And Thankfully, God continues to sustain us, not in a way that is absorbent. And I think He does that on purpose because He needed to break my bondage to money in a way that allows me to be able to say, you know what, whatever comes in or whatever doesn't come in, it's okay. My goal is to be faithful and to serve and know that He's going to use you guys to provide for my family in a way that He sees fit. And I went and told my wife, hey, I think I've got to go back and get a regular job. And she said, well, are you going to quit doing music? And I said, no, I can't. And she said, then don't. Keep trusting that the Lord is going to sustain us and He's going to ultimately provide for us, and keep doing what you've been doing. And I had a part-time job outside to sustain this and keep things going, and thankfully God provided that for me to be able to do this. And I'm just so thankful that God blessed me with a wife that is more concerned about His will for our lives than her personal comfort. I'll just put it that way. So let me sing along for you guys before head out. I'm gonna go say good night to my kiddos after this, and just appreciate you guys for being here. Thank you so much. Um, you guys are just absolutely amazing. Jennifer, yes, music does speak to me very much. Thank you. Yeah, it speaks to me too. William, Jesus has given you a desire to serve, and all of us are blessed to be a part of your journey. Thank you, William. Yeah, and it makes me excited because my faith compels me to serve other people, And I just hope that through this, it encourages other people to go and serve. See, Deborah, Sweeney Covey, me too. Yep, all been there, friend, for sure. Deborah Settleson, God gives us what we need. Yes, and there are so many times that he gives us exactly what we need. Not anymore, not any less. And I will say this, I am so thankful for the time that we are in right now for my wife and I. Again, not because we're on the other side of, we're on the mountaintop and looking back and be like, oh yeah, those are the problems we had. Money is still something that we wonder, that I wonder at times how we're going to pay all the bills. And I am so thankful that my relationship to money is not one of bondage anymore. And one that, again, still struggle with, and still understand that God ultimately, there's a phenomenal Oswald Chambers quote, and I used to have it on the top of my computer. And then I'm going to see if I can find it real quick. Because it was out of his book, My Utmost for His Highest. And I'll have to go find the actual quote because the way that it was written was just so powerful. And I had this on my computer for the longest time because it just meant so much to me. And yet, having walked through this past year with you guys, and constantly just like allowing you guys to support my family and what we do, and at the same time, like watching the bank account get lower and lower, it just reminded me so much of how great and abundant our God is. So the Oswald Chambers quote is, when we choose to deliberately obey him, then with all his mighty power, he will tax the remotest star and the last grain of sand to assist us. It is after we choose to obey that God then steps in. Reminds me of the miracle where Jesus is in the synagogue, I believe, and there was a man with a crippled hand. And the Pharisees are standing around wondering whether or not Jesus is going to do anything with this guy. And Jesus says, raise your hand. And as the man raised his hand, then he was healed. I think so often there's times where we're just wondering when God's going to show up and do something. And yet he's already given us commands to do things. And what we need to do is choose to obey first. Again, not necessarily knowing the end result, not knowing what the return on the investment is. Choose to obey first and then see how he continually provides. Glad it does. Music speaks volumes. Yes, Jennifer. Deborah, amen. Yep, Nancy Walsh, amen. Truth. Jennifer, beautiful quote. I agree. I need to put that one to memory because that one is one that's been there since college. It's been in the back of my head. Again, I used to have it on my computer, and then update stuff happened and it disappeared, and I need that to be more of the forefront. And your Father has been there for you to help you understand what the Almighty is about. Yep, 100%. Yep. Cool. All right. So I promised you guys I'd sing along. I'll stop monologuing. But thank you guys so much for being here. I love every single one of you guys. Thanks for allowing me to be a part of your life, a part of your journey, and for interrupting your life with music. Do feel free to share this. Invite other people as well to be a part of the community and the group. Would love to be able to use my music to reach as many people as God allows. We'll just put it that way. So this is called Sing Along. This is one of my favorite songs to sing with people because you guys have a part in it, and I want you to sing it with me. Oh, 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 oh. I've seen it countless times. Things don't turn out right, like nothing we had planned. Chaos, don't forget, you were made for more than this. And this is not the end. 'Cause every person has a story. Every story is a song. Sometimes all we need is just to sing along. So sing along. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. In your joy or in your pain, in your heart when it breaks, life was never meant to live alone. You were made to come alive, even when it's not alright. And oh, I feel it too. Every person has a story. Every story is a song. Sometimes all we need is just to sing along. So sing along. Oh, 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 So let me cry with you. Let me dance with you. Let me sing together with you. So let me cry with you. Let me dance with you. Let me sing together with you. 'Cause you have a story. Your story is a song. So let's sing together. Have everyone sing along. Every person has a story. Every story is a song. Sometimes all we need is just to sing along. So sing along. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. Whoa, oh, oh, oh. Awesome stuff. Hey, thank you guys so much for being here. It is honestly, this is one of the highlights of my week, and a great way to start out is these Sunday nights where we get a chance to get together and be able to sing. Let's see, last run of comments. Jennifer, please sing along. Yep, gotcha. Deborah, yes. Deborah, thank you, Matt. Yes, thank you so much, friend. I appreciate you guys being here tonight. Every person is journey has a song. Yes. Amen. Everybody's going through a journey. Everybody's walking through life. This is the first time all of us have been here. We need to give grace to one another and to do everything we can to help. I love this song. Beautiful. Thank you for your words, and God bless you and yours. Thank you, Deborah, so much for being here tonight. So great to be able to see your guys' smiling face. Holy Ghost shines through you. Thank you so much, Nancy. You are a beautiful individual. Jennifer has a journey. So sing along. I love it. Yes. Thank you so much, Jennifer. You guys are phenomenal. Thanks so much for being here. I cannot tell you how excited I am. We had friends over tonight for dinner, and I I told him, I was like, no matter what, 7 o'clock, I got to jump in to the studio and do this live stream, because honestly, for me, you guys are the reason why I do this. I love being able to use music to impact people's lives. And thank you so much for allowing me that opportunity to impact your life. It is the drive behind why I do music, to comfort the afflicted and confront the comfortable. And I just thank you for giving me that opportunity, for allowing me to be a part of the soundtrack to your life. I don't take it lightly, and I just am super hopeful and prayerful that all of these songs are ones that will help you continue to keep walking and serving other people. William, thank you, Matt. Love you. Love to you and your family. Thank you so much, William. Appreciate you, man. Love the fact that you guys are here, and allowing me to serve you. You guys were created on purpose, with a purpose, and my goal is to help you live and walk in that purpose through being just a part of the soundtrack to your life. So thank you so much for the opportunity. Don't forget, you can go snag your Now 2024 calendar for next year, so you can be on the cutting edge, on the front edge of hearing all the brand new songs, and every single calendar that's sold helps support me continuing to make music for the following year. And also, on the selfish side, when it is sitting on your refrigerator, or on the bulletin board inside your office, hopefully it remembers or reminds you to pray for me and my family, and that God would continue to use the works of our hands to be able to bless other people and make his name glorious and great among the nations. So thank you guys so much. Have a fantastic rest of your Sunday night. Don't forget to go hug and pray with your loved ones. And also, if there's anything I can be doing for you guys to help serve you better, leave it below in a comment, send me a message, shoot me an email, however best I can be helping you guys. Let me know. I'm here to serve you. And I hope this has been an encouraging time. Thank you guys so much for the blessing that you are to my life and my family. And hope you guys have a phenomenal rest of your week. Last comments, Deborah, sending big hugs, prayers, and love to you and your families. You're awesome. Thank you so much, Deborah. You are awesome as well. I'm praying for you guys. Jennifer, thank you, Matt, so much for this, and prayers to you and your family. Thank you, Jennifer. Again, have an awesome week. Go live life on purpose. Go infect the world for God's goodness and his grace. Make his name great, and encourage other people to live and walk in a way that's manner of the word and manner that loves and gives generously to all people. Thank you so much. Have a great Sunday night. I love you guys. I will see you in this next week. Thanks. Love you.